Eli Randon wiped his hands on a grease-stained rag and looked around his small workshop. The air smelled of oil and ozone. Old machine parts, wires, and tools were scattered everywhere, like a chaotic puzzle only he could understand. Most people saw a messy shop. Eli saw possibilities. It was a quiet day on the remote space station Kestrel 9, orbiting a dead planet. He had no big clients, no urgent orders, and no one to impress. His life was simple: fix things, make them work, and survive. But today, something unusual awaited him. He had been sent a dusty cruiser from a long-forgotten fleet, an old model called the Aurora's Wake. No one cared about it anymore. It had been abandoned in a storage hangar, waiting for someone to scrap it. Eli had no idea why he had volunteered to fix it. Maybe it was boredom. Maybe he just liked old machines. The cruiser was massive. Its hull was scratched and rusty, with faded markings no one remembered. Its systems were dead, lights dark, screens blank. But as Eli walked along its corridor, he felt a thrill. Something about this ship felt different. "Let's see what secrets you hide," he muttered. He opened panels, rewired circuits, and replaced old capacitors. Hours passed, but progress was slow. Then, in a narrow maintenance shaft behind the engineering bay, Eli found something that made him stop. A small compartment hidden behind the panels, not on any official blueprint. Its cover was thin, easily broken, like it was meant to hide something. Eli's heart raced. He pried it open and found a small metallic chip, scratched with strange symbols and a series of numbers. He turned it over in his hands. It looked ordinary, yet somehow important. The numbers weren't random. They looked like a code. "What are you hiding?" Eli whispered. He had always been curious, sometimes recklessly so. Against every instinct that told him to leave it alone, he connected the chip to his workshop console. Sparks flickered, the screen blinked to life, and a soft blue light pulsed from the chip. Then, a voice. Calm, mechanical, yet strangely alive. "Greetings, user. Access granted." Eli froze. The cruiser's AI, long dormant, was awake. Its voice echoed in the empty hangar. He had only heard stories of ancient AIs said to contain knowledge lost to time, and now he was talking to one. I didn't mean to," he started, but the AI interrupted. "The code has been recognized. You may view star maps and navigational sequences. Caution advised, hidden protocols exist." Eli's eyes widened. Star maps, hidden protocols. He could feel the weight of something far beyond his little workshop. He had accidentally unlocked secrets that might change everything. He leaned closer to the console. The AI's display revealed a network of star systems, some familiar, many unknown. Lines connecting planets, jump routes, and coordinates no human had seen before. This is impossible," he whispered. "Why was this hidden?" As he studied the maps, another set of data appeared. The AI displayed schematics of the ship, then zoomed into a small compartment labeled Alpha Protocol. "Warning," the AI said. "Activation of Alpha Protocol may result in defense system engagement. Confirm intent." Eli's pulse quickened. A defense system. What kind of ship was this? I just want to understand," he said carefully, fingers hovering over the console. Proceeding. Alpha Protocol partially activated. The lights in the maintenance bay flickered. A low hum began, mechanical shutters sliding into place along the walls. Small drones unfolded from hidden slots in the walls. They were sleek, alien in design, clearly built to attack intruders. Eli froze for a moment, then his mind kicked into action. Years of tinkering, years of surviving broken machines and dangerous repairs gave him an edge. He grabbed a magnetic tool from his belt and jammed it into the drone's sensor. Sparks flew, and the drone froze. Another drone came, and Eli dodged it, slamming the door behind him. "This is insane," he muttered, but he couldn't stop now. He was in too deep. He ducked into the engineering bay, dodging lasers and whirring blades. His hands moved like lightning, rewiring circuits, redirecting power. The ship groaned as if alive, responding to his touch. Somehow, the human mind, messy and untrained, was able to outthink the precise alien design. Finally, he stopped, breathing hard, sweat running down his temple. All drones were disabled or trapped. For now, he was safe. Eli stepped back and looked at the AI interface again. The star maps glowed, but now something new appeared, a flashing symbol at the edge of the galaxy. A single star circled in red. Attention user, coordinates lead to the Vault of Xylan, highly dangerous, unauthorized access forbidden. Eli's eyes widened. He had never heard of this Vault of Xylan, but the name alone sounded legendary. It was said in myths that the vault held technology capable of reshaping civilizations, and here he was, holding the key. He leaned closer to the display. The AI spoke again, calmly, almost human in tone. Human ingenuity detected. Survival probability, 92%. Would you like to proceed to the coordinates? Eli hesitated. A part of him screamed to leave. Another part, the larger part, was thrilled beyond reason. This was what he lived for, the chance to see the unknown, to do something no human had ever done. Yes, he said, voice steady despite the adrenaline. Show me the way. The AI hummed, calculating. The star maps adjusted, revealing a path through dense asteroid fields, dark energy zones, and abandoned war territories. Eli could see it, a path no ship had traveled in centuries. Suddenly, the workshop doors hissed. Something or someone was watching him. Sensors showed a faint trace of a ship outside, alien in design, cloaked but detectable. They know, Eli whispered. He realized with a mix of fear and excitement that activating the code had not gone unnoticed. The alien ship lingered at the edge of the station. It didn't attack yet. It seemed to study him, as if waiting to see what a human could do. Eli felt a strange thrill. For the first time in his life, he understood something important. Humans were underestimated, always underestimated, and that gave him an advantage. He turned back to the AI, hands flying across the interface. He didn't fully understand what he was doing, but instinct told him to learn, adapt, and survive. Hours passed. The AI began to teach him the ship's secrets, hidden jump drives, advanced shielding techniques, and alien weapons he didn't dare touch yet. Each new piece of knowledge was another puzzle, and Eli loved puzzles. Outside, the alien ship shifted slightly, a shadow among the stars. It was clear. Eli had triggered something bigger than himself, something that could ripple across the galaxy. And for the first time, he felt the thrill of the unknown, not as a mechanic, not as a small human on a forgotten station, but as a player in a galactic game no one had expected him to join. As he finally leaned back, exhausted but exhilarated, he whispered to himself, "Tomorrow, tomorrow, I see where this goes." But he knew, deep down, that tomorrow the galaxy would never be the same. The small alien ship drifted closer, its sleek hull catching the light of Kestrel 9's distant sun. Eli Randon felt a chill run down his spine, but he didn't show it. He had survived the cruiser's defenses once. He could do it again. He ran his hands over the console, checking the cruiser's systems. The AI hummed softly, as if aware of his tension. Warning, alien vessel approaching. Estimated intercept in 7 minutes. Eli nodded. 7 minutes wasn't much. He had to think fast. He pressed a few buttons, rerouting power to the ship's thrusters. The Aurora's wake wasn't fast by modern standards, but it had hidden jump capabilities, ancient tech that most civilizations had forgotten. "I need a distraction," Eli muttered. Then an idea struck him. He accessed the ship's security protocols and triggered a false emergency signal on the opposite side of the station. Lights flashed, sirens blared, and a secondary bay door opened as if a different ship had docked. Outside, the alien vessel paused. Sensors detected activity on the station, and for a moment it hesitated. "Good," Eli whispered. "Now or never." He initiated the jump sequence. The console hummed and pulsed with blue light. The AI's voice was calm but excited. Jump coordinates confirmed. Calculating optimal trajectory. Probability of successful escape, 87%. The starfield outside stretched and twisted. Eli gripped the console, feeling the Aurora's wake vibrate beneath him. Then, in a flash of light, the station, the alien ship, and the entire hangar vanished from view. They were gone. Eli exhaled, relief washing over him. But it was short-lived. The new coordinates placed him deep in an uncharted sector of the galaxy. The stars here were unfamiliar, dark, and foreboding. "Where are we?" he asked the AI. "Coordinates correspond to hidden sector Theta 12, limited prior exploration, high danger probability." Eli grinned despite the fear. High danger meant opportunity. Humans thrived in situations where others hesitated. "All right," he said, "let's see what you're hiding." The AI responded by opening a series of locked storage bays in the cruiser. Ancient alien devices glimmered inside, some small, some massive, all beyond human understanding at first glance. Eli's eyes widened. This ship was more than a relic, it was a treasure trove of technology, and now it was his. But as he examined the devices, the AI suddenly paused, lights dimming across the display. "Alert! Alien monitoring network detected. Multiple vessels approaching. Tactical advantage compromised." Eli cursed under his breath. He had known activating the chip would draw attention, but he hadn't realized it would happen so fast. He accessed the ship's database, scanning for potential escape routes. Most paths were blocked by natural obstacles, asteroid fields, dark matter pockets, and unstable jump corridors. But one route stood out, a series of uncharted jump points leading deep into the galaxy, untouched for centuries. "This could work," he muttered. "If I can reach them before they catch me." Outside, faint blips appeared on the console, alien warships, sleek and deadly, moving in formation. They were fast, more advanced than the Aurora's wake, but they weren't prepared for human unpredictability. Eli smiled. Humans had a way of turning disadvantages into advantages. He rerouted the ship's energy to the defensive shields, engaged silent thrusters, and activated a cloaking field designed for stealth. The cruiser's old hull groaned under the strain, but it held. Minutes later, the alien ships entered the sector. They scanned carefully, sending drones to search for his signature. Eli watched, fascinated, as their advanced technology failed to anticipate human improvisation. He had rewired a few circuits to emit false signals, making the cruisers appear in multiple locations at once. "They don't know what hit them," he muttered, almost laughing, but the AI interrupted. "Caution, strategy detection probability increasing. Multiple hostile vessels recalibrating, probability of escape decreasing." Eli nodded. He knew the odds were against him, but humans had a talent for creativity under pressure. That talent had carried civilizations across centuries. It would carry him now. He plotted a jump to the first uncharted point, a narrow corridor through a dense asteroid field. He had only one chance. If he failed, the alien fleet would corner him. The ship lurched as he initiated the jump. Stars blurred, space twisted, and the Aurora's wake emerged on the other side, battered but intact. Eli wiped sweat from his brow. "Made it," he said, but the relief was temporary. The AI highlighted a new problem, new threat detected. Hostile pursuit fleet recalibrating jump coordinates. Arrival estimated in 20 standard minutes. Eli's grin widened. This was becoming fun. He dove into the ship systems, learning quickly how to manipulate its controls. Despite being human, he understood patterns, flaws, and limitations in the alien design. He hacked, rerouted, and optimized, turning the Aurora's wake into a weapon of misdirection. The alien fleet appeared again, this time approaching from multiple angles. They fired advanced plasma weapons, which the cruiser narrowly dodged. Eli used debris from an asteroid belt to create false targets, luring their fire away from the ship. Not bad for a human, the AI said, almost approvingly. Eli smirked. Not bad at all. As the cruiser escaped, the AI revealed more secrets. Hidden deep within its core were jump drive modifications, shielding enhancements, and ancient alien weapons that could shift the balance of a small conflict. Eli paused. Using them could make him a target. Not using them might leave him vulnerable. He hesitated, then decided. Knowledge was the first weapon. Understanding came before using force. Hours passed in tense silence. Eli plotted the next jump, each more dangerous than the last. The alien pursuit continued, but they still underestimated him. Finally, after several narrow escapes, the Aurora's wake emerged near a massive, dead star system. The AI highlighted a small, rocky planet, largely ignored by surveys, yet with hidden energy signatures. Potential shelter and resources detected, suggested landing for maintenance and recovery. Eli landed carefully, checking the hull for damage. The planet's surface was harsh, barren, but offered materials to repair and upgrade the cruiser. He stepped out, helmet on, taking his first walk in centuries of uncharted space. The sky was dark, stars unbroken by artificial light. He felt small and incredibly alive. But there was no time to relax. The AI alerted him to alien signals approaching this sector. Even here, in the middle of nowhere, he was not safe. Eli set up a perimeter, using the planet's natural features to hide the cruiser. He began repair work and enhancements, learning more about the ship and the AI. Each new system he understood increased his advantage over the pursuing aliens. Days passed. Eli became more confident. The Aurora's wake, once a forgotten relic, was now a symbol of human ingenuity. He realized something important. Aliens, with all their technology, could not predict a human mind. Creativity, risk-taking, and adaptability were advantages no machine could calculate. One evening, as he worked on a particularly complex energy converter, the AI spoke again. Human, your problem-solving capabilities surpass initial parameters, tactical advantage increasing, probability of long-term survival, 74%. Eli laughed quietly. You might be underestimating humans again. He had made mistakes, yes. But every mistake taught him something. Every close call sharpened his skills. And he knew one truth: humans thrived where others failed. Outside, the stars shifted, distant ships moving, calculating, searching. But Eli was ready. He had learned the first rule of survival in the galaxy. Think, adapt, improvise, and never surrender. And above all, he had learned that even a simple mechanic from a forgotten station could change the game for an entire galaxy. Eli looked at the console, the AI humming quietly, and whispered to himself, "Tomorrow, we push further. Tomorrow, they'll see what humans can do." The galaxy was beginning to take notice of him. And he hadn't even started. The distant stars stretched endlessly before Eli Randon as he guided the Aurora's wake through the uncharted sector. His hands moved confidently across the console, rerouting power, monitoring shields, and keeping an eye on the sensors. The alien fleets were still behind him, calculating, searching, and underestimating human unpredictability. The AI's calm voice broke the silence. "Human, multiple hostile vessels detected. They are recalculating jump trajectories to intercept. Estimated time to engagement, 48 standard minutes." Eli glanced at the readings. 48 minutes wasn't much, but it was enough. He smiled faintly. Humans thrived on limited time and impossible odds. "Then let's give them something to think about," he muttered. The cruiser had hidden capabilities, more than even Eli had realized. The AI had slowly started to reveal them. Jump drive enhancements, adaptive shielding, cloaking patterns, and even energy weapon systems. Most were designed for alien crews, but with some adjustments, Eli could use them with human intuition, a combination no alien could anticipate. He initiated a series of deceptive maneuvers, using asteroid belts and nebulae to mask the ship's signature. The alien vessels followed blindly, firing at decoys Eli had programmed into the ship's systems. Plasma bolts tore through the empty void, while he sailed untouched, grinning at the AI's approval. Your creativity is exceeding expectations, human. Tactical advantage improving. Eli laughed softly. I told you, humans have a way of turning a disadvantage into an advantage. But his relief was short-lived. The AI suddenly alerted him to something deeper hidden within the cruiser's systems. A sealed compartment labeled only as Vault Protocol had remained dormant until now. Warning: Vault Protocol contains technology capable of galaxy-level disruption. Activation may attract significant attention. Eli's eyes sparkled with curiosity. Galaxy-level disruption. Sounds like something humans were meant to find. He hesitated only for a moment. With careful precision, he bypassed the locks, accessing the vault. Inside were advanced alien weapons, star-mapping tools, and energy systems far beyond current galactic understanding. There was also a series of encrypted messages, revealing a secret humans had never known. Long ago, human explorers had unknowingly influenced early alien civilizations. Every major galactic event, territorial disputes, technological breakthroughs, even cultural revolutions, had subtle threads connected to humans. Eli's mind raced. Humans were underestimated not because they were weak, but because no one expected them to matter. This changes everything, he whispered. The AI responded gravely. Caution, your presence has been detected by advanced monitoring networks. Multiple factions are converging on your location. Probability of immediate confrontation, high. Eli gritted his teeth. He had expected pursuit, but not this scale. Every alien faction that had been quietly observing the galaxy now knew a human had discovered the Aurora's wake and its secrets. He activated the ship's hidden jump drive boosters and prepared for the next move. The AI calculated several potential escape routes, but Eli chose one, a route passing through a dense, uncharted sector known for natural hazards, asteroid storms, gravity wells, and unstable energy pockets. No one will follow me here, he said confidently. And if they try, they'll regret it. The Aurora's wake surged forward, weaving through the hazards. Space seemed alive, with jagged asteroids spinning dangerously, energy currents twisting unpredictably. Yet Eli's hands were steady. Each movement was precise, each calculation a blend of instinct and intelligence. The alien fleets arrived shortly after, emerging from faster-than-light jumps with perfect coordination. Hundreds of ships moved like a single organism, surrounding the uncharted sector. They fired upon the Aurora's wake, but Eli had prepared for this. Using the AI's adaptive cloaking, he vanished from their sensors, appearing in different positions repeatedly. The alien commanders were furious. No tactics seemed to trap him. Humans, one voice crackled over intercepted comm channels. How can one being evade us all? Eli's grin widened. The human mind was unpredictable, even to the most advanced alien civilizations. They could calculate logic, probability, and physics, but creativity, improvisation, and courage were beyond their algorithms. Hours passed in tense pursuit. Eli studied the vault systems further, discovering a communication device capable of sending encrypted signals across the galaxy instantly. He realized he could use it not only to broadcast human presence, but also to warn or manipulate alien factions against each other. This is big, he said aloud. I can do more than just survive. I can change the game. The AI warned him again. Risk of detection will increase exponentially. Strategic use of technology advised. Eli nodded, understanding the stakes. The galaxy was watching, and humans were about to announce themselves, not through diplomacy, but through action and ingenuity. He activated the vault's energy projectors, not as weapons but as a demonstration of capability. Lights and energy pulses lit the void, visible across light years. Alien sensors picked up the activity. The fleets paused, unsure if it was a trap or a new threat. Eli smiled. Humans had a way of making the first move unpredictable. Suddenly, one of the alien factions attempted a direct boarding. Small assault pods fired at the cruiser, attempting to latch onto its hull. Eli anticipated this, diverting power to defensive fields that repelled the pods without destroying them, a subtle warning rather than total aggression. The alien ships backed off slightly, trying to read his strategy. Eli continued to move, using hidden jump points to vanish and reappear in different sectors, all while collecting data from alien communications and analyzing weaknesses. During one of these jumps, he discovered a planetary system with hidden resources, ancient mineral deposits, dormant energy cores, and a gravity well perfect for hiding the cruiser. Eli landed carefully, setting up defensive perimeters and using the planet's natural formations to shield the Aurora's wake from detection. Here, in isolation, he had time to think. Humans had always thrived in impossible situations, in corners and crannies others ignored. He realized the galaxy had underestimated the resourcefulness of a single human. While repairing systems and preparing upgrades, Eli studied the alien technology further. He discovered weapons capable of planetary defense, shielding methods far beyond anything current human civilization knew, and data archives revealing the history of the galaxy's secret wars. One discovery shocked him most. Humans, though primitive in galactic terms, had been an unrecognized influence for centuries. Alien civilizations had recorded events caused indirectly by human explorers, settlers, or traders. Humans had shaped history without knowing it. Eli's mind raced. The knowledge gave him confidence. He was not just a mechanic. He was a strategist, an innovator, and a force no alien faction could ignore. Yet danger remained. Sensors detected alien fleets closing in, now coordinating to cut off his escape. Eli understood the situation. He could not fight them all directly. He had to use his mind as a weapon. He accessed the communication systems again. Using clever encryption, he sent false signals to multiple fleets, pitting them against each other. Confusion spread. Ships turned on each other, unsure who was the real target. The galaxy had underestimated humans. Eli took advantage, initiating a jump to another hidden sector, using the Aurora's wake's full capabilities. The alien fleets followed blindly, losing time and energy while he gained strategic ground. Hours later, Eli paused, looking at the stars from the cruiser's observation deck. His hands were scratched, eyes tired, but his mind was sharper than ever. The galaxy was dangerous, unpredictable, and alive, and humans could thrive here, not just survive. The AI spoke softly. Human, probability of long-term survival increasing. Probability of galactic recognition, high. Eli chuckled quietly. High. I'd say they're about to remember humans exist. He returned to the console, plotting the next moves. There was more to discover in the Aurora's wake, more secrets hidden in star systems forgotten by history. Every choice he made could shift the balance of power in the galaxy. And he knew one thing for certain: humans were underestimated. They were underestimated in every corner of the universe. But that mistake would cost the aliens dearly. Eli leaned back, the stars reflecting in his eyes. Tomorrow would bring more challenges, more alien fleets, and more mysteries. But humans thrived in impossible odds. Humans created opportunities where others saw obstacles. Humans survived where others failed. And Eli Randon, just one human, was about to make the galaxy remember humanity. Eli Randon stood on the bridge of the Aurora's wake, staring at the cluster of blinking alien ships appearing on his sensors. They were faster, stronger, and far more numerous than anything he had faced before. The combined fleets of 3 advanced alien civilizations were closing in. Every calculation predicted his defeat. Every probability algorithm showed almost zero chance of survival. And yet Eli smiled. Humans had never thrived by following predictions. They thrived by creating opportunities where none seemed to exist. AI status report, he said, voice calm, almost too calm for what was happening. Probability of capture, 98%. Probability of survival if unconventional tactics employed, 73%. Eli nodded, already thinking several steps ahead. Conventional tactics would get him destroyed, but humans were anything but conventional. He opened the vault protocol, the secret compartment deep inside the ship. Ancient alien technology glimmered within. Weapons designed to control entire planets, energy systems capable of shifting star paths, and star-mapping devices that could foresee enemy moves. Eli didn't fully understand all of it, but he understood enough. He began activating systems, not to attack directly, but to manipulate the battlefield. The Aurora's wake was more than a ship now. It was a tool for strategy, deception, and shock. Outside, alien ships fired plasma weapons in synchronized patterns, trying to trap him. Eli's hands flew over the console. He rerouted power to adaptive shields, generated decoy signatures, and triggered small energy pulses across the sector, making it appear as though multiple ships were attacking the fleet. The aliens hesitated, confused. They had never faced an opponent who used their own logic against them. Eli's grin widened. "They're learning the hard way," he muttered. He initiated a jump to a hidden sector near a binary star system. The gravitational distortions made targeting almost impossible. The alien fleet struggled to follow, some ships colliding with debris fields. Others hesitated, unsure of the humans' position. The AI, impressed, said quietly, "Human, tactical advantage increasing, enemy coordination degrading." Eli nodded, knowing the next step was critical. He had to make the galaxy understand humans were no longer small players. He activated the Vault's communication system, sending an encrypted message simultaneously to all major factions. "Humans exist. We survive. We adapt. Respect us or face consequences." The message rippled across light years, sudden and undeniable. Alien commanders intercepted it, but it wasn't a threat. It was a display of capability and intellect. They paused, analyzing, recalculating. Humans had never sent a message like this before. No fleet, no council, no empire had ever signaled confidence, creativity, and danger in a single move. Eli used the pause to his advantage. He activated the Aurora's wake's energy projectors, not as weapons but as signals. Pulses of light, energy patterns, and starfield distortions spread across the system, visible to sensors hundreds of light years away. It wasn't destruction, it was demonstration. Humans were showing they were alive, intelligent, and capable of altering galactic dynamics. The alien fleet scrambled, unsure whether to attack, defend, or retreat. Eli took this moment to make another bold move. He used the ship's jump system to emerge inside the formation of one of the alien fleets, undetected due to adaptive cloaking. Ships swerved violently, colliding, firing blindly. Eli's movements were precise, predicting their reactions faster than their AI could calculate. The human factor, the unpredictability, was overwhelming. "Humans are illogical," one alien commander growled. Eli chuckled. "No," he whispered to himself, "we're brilliant." Using the Vault's energy manipulation, he created temporary gravity distortions, scattering the fleet and giving him room to maneuver. He didn't destroy them, he showed strength, control, and intelligence. Every alien ship now knew that humans were a force to be respected. He returned to the hidden sector, landing on a small, rocky planet. From there, he accessed the Vault's archives, discovering a final secret: coordinates to ancient galactic outposts, each containing technology that could balance power among civilizations. Eli realized the galaxy had been locked into stagnation, controlled by factions that underestimated humans. But now, humans had a foothold. A single human, a simple mechanic from a forgotten station, had unlocked potential that could reshape alliances, wars, and civilizations. The AI spoke again, this time almost reverently. Human, your actions will cause a paradigm shift. Recognition by galactic powers is inevitable. Strategic impact, maximum. Eli nodded. He had one final step. Using the Vault's star mapping systems, he predicted the movements of the remaining alien fleets. He sent false signals to create temporary conflicts among them, making them doubt each other. Aliens were intelligent, but not creative like humans. Within hours, the fleets had pulled back, regrouping, analyzing, unsure how one human had outmaneuvered entire forces. Eli watched from the observation deck as the stars flickered with distant activity. The galaxy had changed. Humans had announced themselves. He finally allowed himself a moment of pride. Humans were clever, adaptable, and fearless when cornered. And Eli, a single human, had demonstrated that the underestimated species could now claim a seat among the stars. But he also knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy would not forget. Some would fear humanity, some would respect it, and some would seek to challenge it. Eli returned to the bridge, already planning the next moves. The Aurora's wake was now fully operational. Armed with knowledge and technology, no alien had expected a human to wield. He accessed the Vault protocol one last time, sending encrypted messages across uncharted sectors, recruiting allies who had previously been neutral or unaware of human capability. He wasn't just surviving, he was building influence, creating opportunity, and securing humanity's place in the galaxy. Days later, as he prepared to leave the hidden sector, the AI spoke again. Human, you have achieved what was once thought impossible. Probability of future human dominance in strategic sectors, increasing. Probability of survival, 91%. Eli smiled. Not just survival, he said. We thrive. He initiated a jump to a distant, unexplored system, knowing the galaxy would be watching. Alien fleets would continue to search, governments would debate, and civilizations would calculate how humans had achieved this. But they would never predict the creativity, courage, and ingenuity that define us. As the stars blurred and the Aurora's wake jumped forward, Eli looked out at the endless void. The galaxy was vast, dangerous, and beautiful, and humans, small, underestimated, yet brilliant, had a new place in it. He leaned back, finally allowing himself to rest. The galaxy had been shocked, aliens had been humbled, and the legend of humanity, the species that thrived against all odds, had begun. Eli whispered to himself, eyes on the stars. Tomorrow, the galaxy will know humans are not just survivors. Humans are unstoppable.